Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are all doing well and all of your loved ones are in good health. Today I am, getting quarantine ready as per usual. I just wanted to try something more spring-like. I know we are, hashtag staying at home, self-isolation mode right now, but it is getting really beautiful outside and I feel like we should still tap into the spring themes with our fun makeup looks, even though we are on the inside looking out. You know how they normally say outside looking in? Yeah, I thought that was funnier in my head. But anyways, so the palette that we are trying today is actually one of the Huda Beauty Pastel Obsession palettes. I told you guys that I would come back with another video using this palette just because I love the pink and yellow tones in it and I really wanted to create a whole separate vibe using this, you know what I mean? So that's why I saved it for today. I'm also going to be tapping into a bunch of other products that have been old-time faves, but I'm trying to work it back into my routine. So the great thing about being home is that you can go back and play around with all these different products that you had that you kind of forgot about. So that is what I want to do with you guys today. So if you guys are down to get into this pastel vibe, let's get to it. Alright guys, so this is what the palette looks like on the inside. It's super pretty. So for transition color, I'm gonna start off with this shade right over here. It's like a really nice bright pastel pink. But before I go in with this palette, I'm actually gonna go ahead and apply this eye mask. I just felt like this will help get rid of the tiredness a little bit. This is by Wonder Beauty. This is their Baggage Claim Rose Gold Eye Masks. I've never tried this before, so I'm just gonna have this on at least while we work on our eyeshadow. So then I feel like my under eyes will be nice and hydrated and a little more alive as we get ourselves together. And the cool thing is it's pink, so it matches our theme perfectly. That was not planned, but hey, I'm not mad at it. So I'm gonna go ahead and just stick it on. Ooh, these are a moment. Get into it. Oh, I'm done. Why are these so cute though? I'm just gonna stick on the other one. Ooh, I just love the feeling of applying an eye mask because they're just so nice and cold and they just feel so good underneath the eye. Well, now that we have our eye masks on, I'm gonna go back in with that shade I mentioned and just start working that in to my crease. Did you guys see that? Okay, the fallout in this palette is a lot. Same with the other palette, so I'm already mentally prepared for that. I don't even know if this shade is actually gonna show up on my lid. It's very bright. Change of plans, guys. That was actually too bright and I don't really feel like it's showing up on my lid, to be honest. So I'm really sad about that because that's like the most pinkish shade in the palette when I look at it. But instead, I'm gonna go in with this shade right over here. Hopefully that gives me the proper color payoff that I'm looking for. That was an epic fail, guys, because I feel like it's just looking a little too ashy as a transition color on me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with this shade right over here, and hopefully that will be a better vibe. So I'm just going to go in with some of that. Yeah, I feel like that looks a lot better. So I'm just going to go ahead and continue to blend that out. So now that we have our transition color all blended out, I'm gonna go in with this shade right over here and just use that in the crease. I hope it comes out how I want it to be. I'm hoping that it would add that really pink effect into the look because right now it's not as bright as I would want it to be. So I'm just gonna go ahead with some of that right now. Alright, so I feel like that looks really nice. I'm happy with that as the transition color for now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and cut the crease and put on some eyeshadow base to prepare for our shimmer shades. You guys know I always do this, but this time around I'm gonna mix two different things. First, I'm gonna go in with my ultimate favorite eyeshadow base that I use to cut the crease, and this is by Sigma. It's their eyeshadow base primer in the shade Persuade. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go on top of that with our NYX Glitter Glue Primer. Now, you probably are wondering why I'm gonna mix the two. It's literally because although this helps cut the crease, it cleans up the lid so that the color pops. I feel like the NYX glitter glue is really gonna hold the formula of the shimmer shades in the Huda Beauty palette onto our lid without moving, you know what I mean? Because last time when I created that two-tone look, I noticed that it took me so much longer to get the eyeshadow on my lid. Like, it took a while to really pack it on and get the pigment that I was looking for. So this time around, I'm just gonna go in with this, and glitter glues are really helpful. Like, it doesn't even have to only be for glitter. If you have more stubborn eyeshadow formulas, you can always go ahead with a little amount of this, and I swear it will just hold it on so tight and it just looks amazing. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. It's pretty self-explanatory, so I'll just go ahead and do that on camera and speed through it, and you guys can just go ahead and watch and observe what I mean. Alright guys, so now that the glitter glue and our eyeshadow base is like nice and tacky, we're gonna be going in with our shimmer shades now. And I'm gonna be starting off with the yellow matte in the inner corner of my eye and then work in the yellow shimmer. I feel like that will be a vibe. That's what I'm envisioning in my head right now, so I'm gonna go ahead with that. And then now I'm gonna go in with that shimmer and just start to blend it into our matte shade. Yes, are you guys getting into this? Like, I'm here for it. Let me just tell you guys how much easier these shades are packing on this time around compared to the last time I used it. Like, the pigment is more intense. Just the smoothness on the eye is just beautiful. So I would suggest, if you guys do pick up these pastel palettes, go in with a glitter glue when you're applying your shimmer or anything on your lid, because it just looks more poppin'. Like right now, I mean, I'm just obsessed. I'm so happy with that. And these eye masks are just collecting all the fallout, so I'm here for it. I feel like they're dry now and I could take them off, but I'm just gonna keep them on until I'm done the eye look. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and apply a pink shimmer now just to blend into the yellow. And I'm gonna go in with this shade right over here. I feel like that will be a moment. I wanted to go in with this shade, but I feel like it's gonna blend too much into the yellow. You know what I mean? Oh, I have so much shimmer on my hands. When did that happen? So I'm just gonna go in with a wet wipe quickly and take that off. I didn't even notice that I had all that eyeshadow on my hands. So I'm gonna go ahead with some of that pink because I feel like this shade will just blend too much into the yellow. So that's what I'm gonna do now. And I'm literally just gonna dust off this brush on this eyeshadow remover and then use that same brush to pick up the pink. Okay, so I feel like I love how that looks. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back in with the same shade that we used on our crease, this shade right over here, and I'm gonna start to blend that into the pink shimmer that we have on our lid. I feel like it will look so pretty. So that's what I'm gonna go ahead and do now. So what I've decided to do is I decided to blend in this matte shadow more into that pink shimmer just because I really love how it's turning out when the pink is a huge staple. So what I'm doing now is with the excess color that's left on the brush, I'm just blending that in into our yellow shimmer. I feel like this is so much cuter. So now for the base, I'm gonna be going in with one of my old favorites. I can't believe I haven't used this in so long, but this is the Guerlain. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, but I'm pretty sure it's Guerlain L'Essentiel foundation, and this is their Youth Watery Oil. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead with the Youth Watery Oil as our primer. It just complements the foundation so perfectly, and I swear it's the most amazing thing for those of you guys who have dry skin like me. And what I like about it is that the oil doesn't leave you super greasy. Like, of course we want to stay hydrated, but we don't want to be like grease balls at the same time. So I love, love, love this primer, and It smells so good too as well. So I'm just going in with some of that. And now for the foundation, I'm gonna be going in with the shade 04W. But I remember this shade was a little bit bright on me on the time, and I always used to mix it with another shade. But this time instead, I'm just gonna add some of my Cover FX custom cover drops, and hopefully that balances it out. So that's what I'm gonna do now. And I'm just gonna be putting that on my Cover FX liquid foundation brush. So I'm gonna take like one pump of the foundation, and then I'm gonna add like 2 drops, and hopefully that will balance them out. And for the custom cover drops, I'm using the shade G Deep 2. And now for concealer, I'm gonna go in with this concealer, and it's by Nabla Cosmetics, and this is in the shade Golden Beige. Their concealer formula, guys, is actually A1. I love their concealer. So I'm just gonna go ahead with some of this. The coverage is amazing. It's definitely a full coverage concealer, and I think they're in Morphe and Ulta right now as well. So make sure you guys go ahead and check out this concealer and thank me later, because it's really bomb. Alright guys, so all I went ahead and did was set my under eyes with my favorite Milk Makeup translucent powder, and now I'm gonna go in with some bronzer, and I'm gonna use one of my other faves. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills bronzer, because right now we are looking a little ghostly and we need to bring some warmth back into the skin. So I'm just gonna go ahead with some of that. So now that we are all bronzed up, I'm gonna go in with highlighter, and I'm gonna be using one of my favorite highlighter palettes right now. This is the Huda Beauty 3D highlighter palette, and it's in the shade Golden Sand. So I'm gonna go ahead with this shade right here. And it's called Tahiti. That's like literally my favorite shade in the palette. And I'm just gonna pick that up with my Nabla highlighter brush and just start to blend it in. And then now that we have that on, I'm gonna go back in with my bronzer brush. With whatever is on the brush, I'm just gonna blend it into the highlight so that we don't have any harsh lines between the 2 shades. And now that we are all highlighted and everything, I'm gonna go back into the eyes, and I'm gonna be taking my Benefit Bad Girl Bang mascara. It's actually low-key becoming one of my favorite mascaras to use before I apply my lashes. For lashes today, I'm gonna go in with one of my favorite lash styles. This is by Velour in the style Feeling Myself. It's just such a beautiful lash style, and I feel like it will just complement the eye look so beautifully. I'm not gonna do anything else to the eye makeup just because I wanna keep everything nice and fresh and youthful, if that makes sense. I feel like when you start to smoke it out, it just gets a lot more intense, and that's not what I wanna do today. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and shape my lashes, plop them on, and then we'll go into our lips. All right, guys, so this is what it's looking like with the lashes on. I'm here for it. So now we are on the final steps, and it's lip products, and I'm gonna go ahead and mix 2 shades. So for the first shade, I'm gonna go in with my NYX Lingerie Push-Up Lipstick in the shade After Hours, and then I'm gonna mix it with this Deck of Scarlet Matte Velvet Lip Color in the shade Moody Mauve. Alright guys, and that is what the lip combo is looking like. I feel like it's so pretty, and I feel like it complements the eye look very well. So I'm happy with it. So yeah guys, that brings me to the end of this makeup tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And yeah, make sure you guys have your bell notifications turned on so that you don't miss up on any of my uploads, because the schedule is definitely going to be different, because I'm just going to try to get you guys as much content as I can. And also make sure you guys subscribe and join the family. It really means a lot to me. Also make sure you guys leave a comment down below, give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Honestly, it literally makes my day to reply to all of you guys' comments. It just like makes my heart happy. So feel free to leave a comment below, and I will make sure to answer. And like always, I'll see you guys in my next video.